Hello students, welcome to MJC Learning, Standard 12th, topic E-commerce and e-governance. In today's session, we will learn about the advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce in detail. So let's begin. In the previous session, we learned about the introduction and the definition of e-commerce with its features. E-commerce can be defined as an outline process of developing, marketing, selling, delivering, and paying for products and services purchased on the internet. It is any form of business transactions in which parties interact electronically rather than by physical exchange of documents. E-commerce is technology enabled. Buying and selling on the e-commerce website takes place anytime, anywhere. Payments can be done via many modes electronically. It ensures a speedy delivery of information at very low cost and at increased information density. Moving further, let's see the differences between traditional commerce and e-commerce. Gone are the days when commercial activities like the exchange of goods and services for money between parties was taking place only in the traditional mode. That is, the customer had to go to the market, look at the variety of products, choose the required stuff, and do purchasing by paying the specified amount. Now, with the advent of e-commerce, people can buy goods, pay bills, or transfer money in just one click. But many people still prefer traditional commerce over e-commerce because they think e-commerce isn't safe. But both modes have their pros and cons. So we will see some differences between traditional and electronic commerce. These are the two columns, the left one showing traditional commerce and right one showing e-commerce. The first point, traditional commerce focuses on the exchange of products and services through personal interactions. So this is manual. And e-commerce trading activities are online via the internet and can be considered as automatic. So traditional commerce is manual and e-commerce is automatic. Second point, traditional commerce is limited to business hours, mostly during the day, because here you are having the shopping going to a shop or a premises and it is having limited hours, whereas in e-commerce it is 24/7 and it can be done anytime, day and night. As far as consumer interactions are concerned, traditional commerce provides face-to-face interaction. Since you go to the premise and you buy goods, you can buy goods face-to-face. But in e-commerce, it is termed as screen-to-face interaction. You cannot see the person from whom you are buying goods. Next point, traditional commerce is limited to a particular geographic location, but e-commerce is global and has no physical limitations. Next, modes of payment in traditional commerce include cash, checks, and credit cards, that is paying manually. But in e-commerce, modes of payments are bank transfers, credit card, e-wallet, mobile payment, and many more, which is done by payment on the website only. Next is goods and delivery of services is instant with traditional commerce. Since you are going to the shop, you buy some things and you only get it home. But in e-commerce, the delivery takes time because the day you order and the day goods are delivered at your door becomes lengthy in some days. Next is traditional commerce scope is local and e-commerce scope is global. Next is goods can be inspected physically also before purchase. But in e-commerce, goods cannot be inspected physically. Resource focus is on supply side in traditional commerce, and resource focus is on the demand side in the e-commerce. E-commerce is also not suitable for perishable goods and also for high value items, while traditional commerce is unsuited for purchasing software or a music. Therefore, with the above discussion, it is quite clear that both the methods have their advantages and disadvantages. E-commerce is just like the traditional commerce. That is, when you log in into the website, you enter into the e-world of shopping. Next, like all business models, e-commerce has its pros and cons, and it's important to get a good handle on them to make strategic decisions. Understanding exactly what they are can help you leverage them to your advantage. So let's take a look in detail at some what it offers. First, we will see some advantages of e-commerce. The first one is global scope. E-commerce provides the sellers with a global reach. Sellers and buyers now can meet in the virtual world without barrier of place. With the added benefit of social media, advertising, brands have the potential to connect with large audiences who are in a ready to buy mindset. Second, electronic transaction. E-commerce reduces the paperwork and significantly lowers the transaction cost. It enables the use of credit cards, debit cards, smart cards, electronic fund transfer via bank's website, and other modes of electronic payments. So all the transactions are done electronically. Third, cost saving. E-commerce applications provides users with more options to compare and select the cheaper and better options. It helps in reducing the cost of searching a product. E-commerce has enabled rural areas to access services and products which are otherwise not available to them. Also, without a need for a physical storefront, e-commerce retailers can launch stores with minimal operating cost. Fourth, anytime shopping. This is, in other words, said as convenience. A customer can shop 24 by 7. The website is functional at all the times. It does not have working hours like a shop or a premises. There is a lot of change in the online markets recently, which are providing you services, helping you with the recommendations, sales, support, chat support, and even helps you find similar products. So e-commerce is one platform available for consumers 24 by 7 and globally. Next point, no intermediaries. Electronic commerce allows the customer and the business to be in touch directly without need of any middlemen or intermediaries. This allows for quick communication and transaction between the two. Public services. E-commerce helps the government to deliver public services such as healthcare, education, social services, etc. at a reduced cost and in an improved manner. Next, avoids human errors while dealing with customers. In e-commerce, there will be no issue of human errors because every product is updated with details on the site so that it makes easy for the customer to have more visibility over the products. This is what makes the customer feel comfortable to buy online as compared to the store. Last point, compare product and price. In e-commerce, you can compare the products easily, which shares a detailed description over it. The most beneficial part is that you can avail and understand the product clearly. This saves time for the customers. Every service which is provided through e-commerce serves the customers with easy access to details and is less time consuming. So these were some of the advantages of e-commerce. Although modern e-commerce is increasingly flexible, today it still has its own set of disadvantages. The first one being setup cost or huge technological cost. E-commerce requires advanced platforms for better performance. The setup of the hardware and the software, training cost of employees, constant maintenance are all quite expensive. Also, the technical infrastructure needs to be upgraded periodically to stay with the changing times. So huge technological cost for a successful venture is a disadvantage. Second, physical presence. The lack of a personal touch can be a disadvantage for many products and services. For shoppers who want to get hands on with a product like clothing, shoes, beauty products, etc., e-commerce experience can be limiting. So this makes the consumer a bit hesitant before making a purchase. Third one, security. Security is another area of concern. Online portals have been in the news a lot because of hacks by cyber criminals. The credit card theft, identity theft, etc. remain big concerns with the customers. So it is important to remain vigilant and proactive to protect the website and ultimately the customer related information. Next, late goods delivery or the shipping products. There may arise some problem with fulfillment of order. Even after the order is placed, there can be problems with shipping, delivery, mix-up, etc. This leaves the customers unhappy and dissatisfied. When a customer shops in person, she can take the product home right away. But with online shopping, most customers receive their product in a week or more. The solution is to be transparent with your customer. Let them know when they can expect packages, when they place an order. There are several instances when a person who is to receive a parcel has to wait for hours. His or her whole day is wasted and could not go out as per his or her original schedule. Such a situation makes the customer angry as he or she feels unnecessarily harassed. Next point, limited interactions with customers. Without being face to face, it can be harder to understand the wants, needs, and concerns of your e commerce customer. There are still other ways to gather this data, like surveys, interactions, etc. But it takes a bit more work than talking with shoppers in person. So there is limited interaction with the customers in e-commerce. Site crash problem is the next disadvantage. E-commerce is fully dependent on internet connection, and a site crash can put a whole business down within a few seconds. This is the worst case when no one can buy from your online store because of a site crash. That's why it's important to ensure your website is hosted on the right platform where there are already precautions in place for this eventuality. Next point, some products are difficult to buy online. There are some products, for instance, ice cream, spectacles, or metals like gold and silver, etc., that you do not want to buy online, even if you have the option of doing so. You cannot trust yourself to make a purchase of these type of items without visibly touching, trying, and testing it. Next disadvantage is lack of privacy. This is another serious disadvantage. A customer has to provide his or her personal details when you are shopping, like name, address, phone number, before making a purchase. Some sites do not have encryption technologies to protect the personal detail from hackers. So the above sensitive information, if leaked, can create lots of problems for a customer. Therefore, people are afraid to use e-commerce portals as they have to give personal details which can be misused. So these were some pros and cons of e-commerce. Studying them will help you navigate further and face challenges which are unique to this business model. So to wind up, in this session, we saw the differences between traditional and e-commerce and some of the advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce. That's all for today. Thank you.